Hi, everyone, and welcome to McAnally Center. I'm Reba Chappell.
Alongside Olivia Humphreys.
And we're here as Greencastle Tiger Cubs take on Brown County Eagles. It's sure to be a great game. We're super excited about it.
Lady Tiger Cubs coming off of a win last night against Speedway Spark Plugs.
And from their win over Northview last week.
The girls have picked up their 6th straight win in a row. Looking for 7. The girls defeated Speedway last night 62-49, with Taylor Pruitt being the team's leading scorer with 25 points and Hannah Wainman following up with 15. 2 seniors definitely been contributing factors to this team. Great leaders, along with senior Erin Beck. Some other events that are going on at Greencastle right now. Currently, boys and girls swimming conference at DePaul at the Lilly Center is happening right now. If you'd like to go down and check that out as well, support the Greencastle Tiger Sharks, looking for a win in their conference. Also, we have wrestling at Crawfordsville in the Athenian Invitational. Wrestling team doing very well, coming off of a great performance at Scottsburg Warrior Classic. Always been a tough competition. The team went 7-2. Senior Ben Hessler was
undefeated. And he's looking to maintain that record, definitely.
He still remains undefeated this season. Hessler went 9-0 on the competition last week.
This is definitely a game the girls have been looking forward to as they've been preparing over Christmas break and as they continued into school this next week.
Also, last night, the boys basketball team traveled to Speedway as well and defeated the Spark Plugs 73-70. A very close game. The Tiger Cubs had an early lead, a 13-point lead after the first quarter, and were actually outscored by the Spark Plugs for the remainder of the game, but managed the early lead, held on to it for the Tiger Cubs. And your leading scorer on the game was Hutchison.
With 38 points?
Yeah, 38 points. That is a lot of points.
That is a lot of points on the day.
Especially whenever his next teammate, Hayden Stuckwich, was behind him with 12. So,
That is a lot of points to score in one game. And definitely he's been keeping up his performance all season.
Hutchison passed the 1,000-point career point mark earlier this season in the Putnam County Classic tourney. Great accomplishment. Only 6 other players at GHS have done so.
Something he is very proud of, I'm sure, should be.
I know that we here at GHS are very proud and very fortunate to have such a strong player on our team.
Give you a little rundown of the girls varsity team. We have 3 seniors, which, as Olivia already mentioned, are Taylor Pruitt, Hannah Wainman, and Erin Beck. All 3 strong girls that have been doing great all season and are looking forward to continue that way. Only 2 juniors on the team, Rayleigh Amos and Jessie Covert.
This team is definitely a very young team.
It is. It is a lot.
We have 4 freshmen dressers, as well as 3 sophomores. I think the most notable freshman, Callan Taylor's definitely been stepping up and performing exceptionally well for the freshmen.
In comparison to Brown County doesn't have any freshmen on their team.
Yeah.
Which is definitely different.
Brown County has 4 seniors, and that experience, it's hard to get around. It really is, but I think that the Tiger Cubs can pull out a win today.
If you haven't already, you need to get on Facebook and like GHS FBI so you can see all our video posts, our weekly Tiger Talk news and sports, and check out all that we have going on. Also, under banner graphic, if you're wanting to look at old basketball games that we've broadcasted, they are on our YouTube channel, or we do them live under banner graphic under Greencastle Video.
Hey, Reva, why don't you go ahead and tell them about our exciting news?
Ooh, I'm so excited. Starting this Sunday, yes, that's this Sunday, January 8th, Greencastle FBI will have a radio show on WGRE 91.5 FM. Tiger Cub Takeover is the name of the game, and we are really excited and really looking forward to that. We're going to have live music, live interviews, a couple specials, Nate in the evening with Nathan Eubank and Nate Seacrest, which will be very interesting, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
We will also have senior sit-down, where we sit down with one senior from Greencastle High School each week to tell a little bit about themselves and what their future plans are. It's definitely something we're looking forward to, and we hope you tune in to listen. That's every Sunday from 5 to 6 on 91.5 WGRE.
You can also stream it online. I believe it's WGRE.com. If you have iTunes, it'll stream from your iTunes. I'll double check that for you right here. It's not WGRE.com.
I believe you have to go under DePaul's website.
7 minutes and 22 seconds
till the start of this game.
How about WGRE.org rather instead of .com? We'll take you there, and it says listen live via our web stream. Just click on that, and you will be able to listen live.
And that's every Sunday, 5 to 6. It'll be GHS FBI broadcasting. It's sure to be awesome. We're really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the Greencastle girls warming up, getting stretched out for this game, which we're now down to 6 minutes and 45 seconds till the start of.
The Greencastle Tiger Cubs currently 11-5 on the season, while Brown County Eagles are 8-7. This game is definitely in the Tiger Cubs' favor, I believe.
I agree. But you never know. It always comes down to the game and just how it works out.
Right.
But
like they say, games don't ever turn out like they are on paper.
No, never.
Also, looking at this Brown County team, I think the Tiger Cubs, they're slightly outsized in this game.
Yeah.
Brown County has three girls over 6 foot tall.
And we have none. Our tallest girls are 5'11", and they are Sydney Smiley, Rayleigh Amos, and Melody White. And they're only 5'11". They don't even make the 6 foot. But I still feel that statistically this is in Greencastle's favor, but we never know. I know Coach Key has really been working with these girls and really trying to get them to focus and play hard, and they have been so far this season. So
they started off their season a little rough, I think. Had a slight losing streak going there, but they've definitely turned it around in December. And like I said, we're on their 6th straight win in a row, looking for 7 here today. I think they can come out with this win.
I definitely think they can come out with this one.
Four minutes and 47 seconds to go until the start of this game.
Just a reminder, we do broadcast all varsity games, all home varsity games here at Greencastle. And so if you haven't been tuning in and are just now tuning in with us, definitely something to keep watching.
Tonight, the boys JV and varsity team will travel to West Vigo. Tip off at 6 p.m. That should be another very good game. Greencastle has been pulling out win after win after win, but they're 7-1 on the season, and almost all of their games have been very close contests.
Very close.
Coming down to the final seconds of the game. So we'll see if they can pull out another win tonight. And speaking of boys basketball, the GHS FBI, as us, is raffling off a chainsaw. And the raffle will be on the final boys basketball game.
February 17th is when we'll be raffling that off. If you haven't yet heard about this, which would be surprising, tickets are $1 each, or 6 tickets for $5, or 12 tickets for $10, or so on and so forth, and can be purchased at any home game. It's a Stihl 250S
Stihl MS 250
chainsaw.
It's a $300 value, donated graciously by Humphreys Outdoor Power.
And we'll be raffling that off February 17th. So if you haven't yet picked up your ticket, you need to do so, because you want that chainsaw. You know you do.
There's so many things that you can do with a chainsaw. Besides just cutting down trees.
Father's Day will be just around the corner. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I got you a chainsaw. He will be so proud.
Belated Valentine's Day present.
You forgot Valentine's Day. This is the way to make up for it. Get your significant other a chainsaw.
I know. I would love a chainsaw.
I would love
Valentine's
a chainsaw.
Day.
That would be the ultimate gift right there.
I could just, or even better yet, take the chainsaw, find a tree, and cut out a heart from the tree and give it to your significant other. They'll love it.
Carve your initials into a tree with this chainsaw.
There we go.
It would only take about what? Maybe 45 seconds. Maybe.
As Nathan Eubank, one of our other broadcasters, likes to say, make it a mantelpiece. You think it's so pretty to look at, and if you have an orange, black, and white themed color living room, just make it a mantelpiece. It'll look great up on the mantle.
It'll be perfect.
If you have a strong enough Christmas tree, make it an ornament. There's so many things that you can do. And all proceeds go to the GHS FBI so we can get some better equipment. And the equipment will be better, quality hopefully will be better. Maybe make some videos about the teams. Put the Mountain Banner graphic in on YouTube. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, GHS FBI, for all the latest Tiger Talk news and sports. And you can also find our past games that we've done uploaded on there for you to go back and review and watch.
We're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds till the start of this game.
As you see your Tiger Cubs run off the floor.
Under a minute now.
Also, South Putnam Eagles are hosting the Interact Club from South Putnam High School is hosting a troops care package drive. They're asking community members to bring in items to be given to troops overseas.
Small card games, foods that will not melt if they are shipped, black or white socks, are just some of the things they are wanting to send over to our troops overseas.
And they ask that you bring these items to the Greencastle versus South Putnam game next Friday. So if you could do that, help them out, help out the Interact Club from South Putnam. Interact is a club sponsored by Rotary. It's essentially like a key club. They do a lot of community service, but it's through Rotary instead. So
we are ready for this game to begin.
There you can see Coach Key talking with his players before the start of this game,
prepping them to go out there and work hard and win.
Coach Key, this is his 3rd year as head coach. Came to Greencastle 4 years ago and was a JV coach for a while, and then whenever Mr. Heil retired, took over. So this is the national anthem right now. Non-starters for Brown County. Number 10, Emma Morgan. Number 11, Emily Grady.
Jessica Hoskins.
Number 30, Dina Dunn. And number 32, Alice Merriman. The starting lineup. Number 12, starting at forward, Whitney Williamson. Starting at guard, number 21, Sarah Brunton. Starting at forward, number 22, Sasha Robinson. Starting at guard, number 24, Rebecca Whedon. And starting at guard, number 33, Carissa Laurie. Eagles are coached by Mark Harmon. Excuse me, rather, Mike Harmon, listening to Mrs. Lau right now. All right, non-starters for the Tiger Cubs today. Number 5, Aaron Beck. Number 15, Shelby Earl, who was on injured reserve, suffered an injury earlier this season. Number 23, Sydney Smiley. Number 24, Jessie Covert. Number 33, Taylor Stolte. Number 44, Melody White. And number 55, Jessica Lenahan. Your
starters for the game.
For Lady Tiger Cubs. Starting at guard, number 3, Alex Basil. Starting at guard, number 11, Callan Taylor. Starting at forward, number 22, Rayleigh Amos. And starting at forward, Hannah Wainman, number 31. And starting at forward, number 35, Taylor Pruitt. Tiger Cubs coached by Bradley Key.
Officials Mike Wright, Greg Hammond, and Darren Wagner.
All right, it looks like Taylor Pruitt and number 22, Sasha Robinson, will go for the tip-off today. Robinson having a 1-inch advantage over Pruitt. And the Eagles will get the tip-off. Number 24, Rebecca Whedon, taken over to number 33, Carissa Laurie. Laurie inside, tipped away.
Greencastle takes it. Number 3, Alex Basil.
Basil outside to Wainman on the left wing. Wainman will bring it back over top of the key. Basil on the left wing. Basil bringing it back around to Wainman inside. Wainman
gives it to Pruitt. Pruitt up for the shot.
It's good. Bring the ball down the court for the Eagles. Whedon over to Brunson. Back to Whedon on the top of the key. Over to Brunton again on the left inside to number 12, Whitney Williamson. And they're going to call a travel on her. It'll be Tiger Cub ball. 7:08 remaining in the first quarter. Greencastle Tiger Cubs up 2-0. Hannah Wainman to Taylor Pruitt. In the left inside to Amos. Overthrow Amos. And it'll be out of bounds on the Tiger Cubs. Eagle ball. Whedon with the ball for the Eagles. Crosses the half-court line. Outside to Laurie. Back to Whedon at the top of the key. Whedon over to Brunton inside to Williamson.
Up for the shot.
And that was Sasha Robinson.
2 points.
For 2. Wainman into Pruitt. Pruitt back to Wainman. Wainman loses the ball, recovers. Back to Pruitt at the top of the key. Pruitt driving inside for 2. No good. And they'll call that out of bounds on the Tiger Cub Eagle ball. Whedon for the Eagles. Outside to Laurie. Back over to Whedon at the top of the key. Lean driving inside. Will take it back out to the right wing to Brunson. To Laurie for 3. No good.
Nope.
And that will be number 21, Sarah Brunton with the board. And the basket. Their score now 2-4. Eagles up. 6:01 remaining in the first quarter. Wait as Williamson ties her shoe. Sarah Brunton inbounding to Whedon. Out to Brunton in the right wing. Ball taken away by Hannah Wainman. Wainman bringing the ball down the court. And they're going to call a foul on number 24, Rebecca Whedon. That'll be her first, team first. And that will send...
Only her first foul of the game.
That'll be Tiger Cub ball. Alex Basil inbounding to Taylor Pruitt. Pruitt to Taylor. Back to Basil. Over to Wainman. On the left wing, Basil trying to drive around the defenders. Lose the ball. Taylor Pruitt recovers. Pruitt. Over to Wainman. Quick to Taylor for two. No good. And Basil with the offensive board tries to put it back up. No good. Rebounded by Brunton. Whedon driving the ball down court. And they're going to call a foul on number 22, Rayleigh Amos. That'll be her first. Team first. Eagle ball. Lori over to Whedon. Back to Lori. Lori driving inside the paint. We'll take it back out. Brunton to Whedon at the top of the key. Over to Lori again for three. No good. And that'll be Robinson for two. Basil over to Wainman. Back to Basil. Amos in the left wing. Hannah Wainman for the layup. Misses. Rebounded by Whedon. And Brunton, or excuse me, Robinson with nobody around her, misses the layup. And they'll call the foul on Rayleigh Amos. That'll be her second, team second. And this will send Sasha Robinson to the charity line for the Eagles. She will make her first. And make her second. Wainman inbounding to Basil. Back to Wainman. Back to Basil, back to Wainman. Ball tipped away by Lori. Recovered by Brunton. Whedon with the ball for the Eagles now. Moves to the volleyball line. Passes it over to Lori. Back to Whedon. Whedon thinking she's going to drive inside. Will take it back out to Brunton. Over to Lori. Whedon, top of the key. Inside to Robinson. And that'll be out by Eagles. Tiger Cub ball. 4:07 remaining in the first quarter. Your score 2-8.
Wainman takes it into Basil. Basil back to Wainman. Back to Basil. Wainman taking it down. Can't. '21 brings it back in. '33 back to 24, back to Dakota Anderson. She takes it back to Brianna. I'm sorry, that is your junior varsity. I apologize. Hannah Wainman takes it back into Basil. Basil back to Wainman. Back to Basil. Takes it down the court to Pruitt. Goes up for it. It's no good. Basil rebounds it. Still no good.
All right, the foul will be on Whedon. That'll be her second. Team second. I apologize for that before. It's working on your scoreboard for you. Hannah Wainman with the ball now for Lady Tired Cubs at the top of the key. Over to Covert, back to Taylor, and they'll call a foul on number 24. Rebecca Whedon, that's her third.
That brings the Brown County team up to 3 fouls.
Whedon already getting a lot of fouls early in this game. 3 fouls already. That is quite a few. With 3:17 remaining in this first quarter. Hannah Wainman with the ball for the Lady Tiger Cubs. Ball knocked out by Williams. A nice hustle by Williams trying to save that ball. Good job on the Alex Basil for recovering. Jesse Covert
back to Wainman.
Ball tipped, recovered by Covert. Covert for the field goal, no good. Rebounded. And they're going to call a jump ball on that. Checking in for Brown County, number 10, Emma Morgan taking out Whedon. And number 5, Erin Beck for the Tiger Cubs. Also coming in is number 20, Jessica Hoskins for Brown County. Taylor Pruitt, nice job deflecting that. Hoskins inbounding to Robinson. We knocked out of bounds by Pruitt. Eagle ball. Hoskins inbounding for the Eagles. Inbounds to Emma Morgan. Over to Robinson, back to Hoskins in the right wing. Hoskins takes it back out to Morgan. Hoskins tries to take it inside. Tipped away by Taylor Pruitt. Recovered by Alex Basil. Great Tiger Cup defense today. Can't seem to find the basket, though. Erin Beck over to Wainman. Wainman driving inside the paint and takes it back out to Callan Taylor, who will go inside. Taylor better get rid of the ball. Or to Basil. Back to Erin Beck.
We're down to less than a minute, or less than 2
Hannah
minutes left
Wainman
in the first quarter.
For 3, no good. Rebounded by Basil for 2. Your score now, 4-8, Tiger Cubs. Morgan with the ball for the Eagles at the top of the key. Over to Hoskins, back to Morgan. Over to Lori for 3, and it's good. Your score now, 11-4. 1:19 remaining in the first quarter. And they're going to call a travel on Erin Beck. Number 24, Jesse Covert, will come back into the game for the Tiger Cubs, taking out Taylor Pruitt. Hoskins inbounding the ball for the Eagles. Inbounds to Morgan. 1:11 remaining in the first quarter. Morgan over to Lori. Back to Morgan at the top of the key. Inside to Robinson, who can't get the easy lay-in. Less than a minute to go. Hannah Wainman to Basil. Beck driving inside the paint, loses the ball. The foul will be on number 12, Whitney Williamson. That'll be her first, team fourth. That was Erin Beck for 2, no good.
Down to 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
Morgan at the top of the key. Timeout, Brown County.
With 36 seconds left in the first quarter, Brown County up 11-4.
Greencastle just not shooting well today. They're playing great defense, having several turnovers so far, but just cannot seem to find the basket.
But this is sticking with their pattern. They're not very strong in that first quarter, but they maintain it in the second half and are able to pull out a win.
This is very true. Which is funny because the boys team is almost virtually the exact same way.
Yeah. I think that's the same with a lot of Greencastle teams.
And I wonder if that's just nerves contributing to that. Morgan at the top of the key over to Hoskins in the right wing, throws it long pass to Lori. He'll give it away to Hannah Wainman. 22 seconds. Wainman feeling some pressure from Lori to Covert. Ball taken away by Robinson. Robinson for the field goal. No good. Rebounded by Wainman. 10 seconds left. Wainman to Taylor. 7 seconds. Taylor for the field goal. No good. Rebounded by Williamson. And Robinson met with nobody. Makes the easy lay-in for the buzzer beater.
At the end of the first quarter, Brown County 13, Greencastle 4.
Well, as we said, we had made the prediction that Greencastle would come out and win this game. Greencastle 11-5, Brown County 8-7. I mean, the odds are definitely in Greencastle's favor. Brown County currently has the lead by 9 right now, but it is still early in the game.
It is still very early in the game.
We'll see how these Lady Tiger Cubs can do.
But the Tiger Cubs remain keeping their great defense.
Currently, Robinson, the leading scorer for the Lady Eagles, with 8. As Greencastle's only points have come from sophomore Alex Basil and senior Taylor Pruitt.
4 fouls for Brown County, 2 for Greencastle.
And 4 of those Brown County fouls coming from Rebecca Whedon alone, with 3 fouls already in this first quarter. Very aggressive player. It'll be Tiger Cub ball. Hannah Wainman inbounding for the Lady Tiger Cubs. Inbounds to Basil. Basil over to Taylor, and they'll call another travel. Travel calls have been plaguing this game. Hoskins inbounding to Morgan. Morgan back to Hoskins in the left wing. Over to Lori in the right wing. Back to Hoskins. Nice try by Callan Taylor. And they'll call a foul on Hannah Wainman.
That's 3 fouls for Greencastle.
I'll be Hannah Wainman's first. This will send Emma Morgan to the line for the Lady Eagles, shooting 2. Emma Morgan, the 5'3" senior guard. We'll make her first. And miss her second. Rebounded by the Eagles. Williamson for 2.
Wainman taking it down the court. Overshoots back.
That was very high pass.
It was really high.
I just don't think that Greencastle has those kind of ups to make that kind of catch. Hoskins inbounding to Morgan. 7:23 remaining in this first half.
Current score, Brown County 16, Greencastle 4.
This is Williamson with the rebound and puts it in. Score now 18-4.
Greencastle.
Covert for 2, no good. And it'll be knocked out of bounds by the Lady Eagles. Tiger Cub ball. And Tiger Cub's having a hard time getting around this Eagles defense today. Pruitt. No good.
No.
Rebounded by Williamson. Morgan bringing the ball down court for Lady Eagles. Over to Lori. Back to Morgan, rather. Hoskins to Williamson in the corner. Back to Hoskins. Lori on the left wing takes it back out to Morgan. Top of the key. Morgan inside. Tries to pass it inside.
Basil takes it.
Robinson. Taylor back to Basil. Over to Pruitt for 3, and it's good. Morgan to Lori. Over to Hoskins. Back to Morgan. Over to Lori. Back to Morgan. Morgan on the top of the key. Looks like she's trying to get inside. They're trying to listen to their coach, make up a play. Lori. Back out to Morgan. Tiger Cub not providing a lot of pressure right now, allowing these Eagles to take the time to set up the shots that Emma Morgan just made. Their score now 21-7. Miscommunication by the Tiger Cubs. It'll be white ball. The Tiger Cubs seem to be having an issue passing today.
Wainman back in for Basil.
Wainman inbounds to Pruitt. Over to Covert in the left wing. Airballs it. Rebounded by Emma Morgan. Morgan
up for the shot. No good.
No good. Rebounded by Hannah Wainman.
Wainman takes it back down the court. Off to Pruitt.
And another travel call on the
Travels
Tiger
have
Cubs.
been back and forth all this whole game.
And Tiger Cubs having a lot of turnovers in this game right now. Forcing several and can't capitalize on them, however.
With 5:10 left in the first half of this game.
Lori for the Lady Eagles. Over to Morgan. Back to Lori. Inside to Robinson. And they're going to call a jump ball. Brown County coming into this game is Alice Merriman taking out Whitney Williamson. Merriman, the 6'1" senior center. And that was Sasha Robinson, superstar player for Lady Eagles.
Wainman sent it to Taylor. It was player Eagle number 22, Sasha Robinson, in the way.
I'll call a foul on her. That'll be her first, team fifth. Rayleigh Amos inbounding the ball for the Lady Tiger Cubs. Inbounds to Pruitt. Pruitt feeling double pressure, and they'll call a jump ball. And Tiger Cubs, they don't look like they have a lot of energy today. Need to really get into this game, I feel. They're not playing very aggressively. Lady Eagles, however, are. The body's rolling on the ground. They'll call another jump ball. And it'll be Brown County this time.
There have been quite a few jump balls this game. They said there's been quite a few jump balls
Oh,
this
yes,
game.
yes, there have. Lori inside to Robinson. And they'll call the foul. On number 24, Jessie Covert.
That's her first of the game, our fourth for Greencastle.
I thought I'd Sasha Robinson. Oh, miss her first. Robinson now 2 for 3 at the free throw line. And
misses her second.
Taylor over to Wainman. Wainman at the top of the key over to Covert, and they'll call a foul on number 20, Jessica Hoskins.
That's the team's 6th foul. And Jessica Hoskins 21st.
Tire Cup ball, Rayleigh Amos inbounding to Callan Taylor. Taylor over to Covert. Covert feeling some tough pressure. Covert to Amos. Amos at the top of the key, trying to get inside. Covert, take it back out, moves inside to the paint for two. No good. Rebound by number 22, Sasha Robinson. Morgan with the ball. Up to Lori, back to Morgan. At the top of the key. Outside to Lori for three. And it's good. That is Carissa Lori's second three-pointer in this game. 3:28 remaining in this first half. And they will call a foul on number 32. Alice Merriman.
Bringing Brown County up to 7 fouls in the first half. However, it is Alice's first foul of the game.
And this will send Hannah Wayman to the line.
Misses.
And will miss her first.
Checking in for Brown County, number 30, Dina Dunn. Into the Cubs, number 5, Aaron Dex, number 3.
Coming into the Tire Cubs is Alex Basil and Aaron Beck. And
Makes
Hannah
her
Wayman will
second.
Make her second shot. Morgan with the ball for the Eagles. To Hoskins. Hoskins back to Morgan. Over to Lori. Back to Hoskins. Excuse me, Hoskins now. And taking it back out. Almost loses the ball. Lori moving inside. Quick pass. Another travel call on this game. 2:56 remaining in the first half. Your score 8-26. Ladies Tire Cubs down. And
Wayman to Basil.
To Alex Basil
Basil
for
up for
three.
the shot.
No good.
Nope.
Knocked out of bounds by Hannah Wayman. Coming into the Cubs, number 55, Jessica Lenahan. Hoskins, another travel call. It'll be Tire Cup ball. .235 remaining in the first half. Hannah Wayman for the Tire Cubs. To Basil. Over to Lenahan. Lenahan will lose the ball and will be knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Tire Cup ball. Inbounding is Basil for the Tire Cubs. Basil, and ball taken away by Lori. Lori driving down the court. Another travel call on the Eagles. Both teams
traveling left and right today.
Yes, they are. Several turnovers on this game. Tire Cubs have yet to capitalize on these turnovers, however. Basil at the top of the key. Over to Beck. Moving inside. Takes it back out to Lenahan. Lenahan driving inside. Back out to Wayman. Wayman taking it inside. And they'll call the foul on number 33, Carissa Lori.
That's the 8th for the
I'll be her
Brown
first
County.
teammate in this. Sends Hannah Wayman to the line for one bonus. And Wayman will make our first. Coming into the game is Taylor Pruitt for Jessica Lenahan. will miss her second, rather. Hoskins over to Morgan with 1:53 remaining in the first half. Feeling no pressure from the Tiger Cub defense. Morgan just kind of standing there. The ball taken away by Wainman. And they'll call it jump ball. Timeout. Greencastle. $1:39 remaining in this first half.
Timeout Greencastle.
Tiger Cubs down by 17, which is very surprising. It's coming into this game and seeing the Tiger Cubs were the favorites.
Total of 12 fouls in the game, 4 from Greencastle, 8 from Brown County. Really some aggressive playing out there by Brown County.
I'm not feeling the aggression from Greencastle. They're not
at all.
I mean, defensively, they're staying back a little bit. Offensively, they're not charging in. I think we need to see some more aggression in order for the Tiger Cubs to come back in this game. Alex Basil inbounding for the Tiger Cubs to Hannah Wainman.
Wainman to Pruitt. Pruitt up for the...
Pruitt trying to drive inside. The foul will be on number 32, Alice Merriman. 22, Sasha Robinson. That'll be her second.
Her second of the game, and
Team
Brown
ninth.
County's ninth. Yes.
That will send Taylor Pruitt to line for a 1 and bonus. Coming in for the Lady Tiger Cubs is Jessie Covert and Jessica Linehan. Linehan taking out Erin Beck. Taylor Pruitt at the line for the Tiger Cubs. Makes her first.
Oh.
Misses her second, rather.
I did.
Morgan for the Lady Eagles. To Lori, back to Morgan. Morgan over to Hoskins on the right wing, back to Morgan at the top of the key. Lori, Morgan. Again, Tiger Cub defense. These
Laying
Eagles
off.
could just be going back, passing back and forth all day.
Greencastle really seemed to be laying off today.
Not very aggressive at all. And I mean, it looks like that's exactly what the Eagles are going to do. Just hold on to this ball for the remainder of the first half.
With only 48 seconds left.
Alex Basil with the foul. Oh, that'll be her first, team fifth. Hoskins inbounding. Inbounds to Robinson, rather. 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Morgan. Out to Lori. Lori,
Just 30 seconds
top
left
of the
in
key.
the first half.
Nice job by Jessica Linehan. They're going to call a foul on her, though.
That's a sixth foul for Greencastle. 55 fouls. First foul of the game, Jessica Linehan.
Erin Beck coming into the game for Linehan. Hoskins inbounding, 27 seconds. Inbounds to Morgan. Hands it off to Robinson. Back to Morgan.
Only 20 seconds left.
Tiger Cub defense stepping it up a little bit. Morgan trying to get around them, though. Will miss the basket, but go to line for two.
12 seconds left in this game. Or in the first half of this game.
Foul was on number 35, Taylor Pruitt. That'll be her first. Team seventh. Morgan at the line. Makes her first. Coming back in is Jessica Linehan for Taylor Pruitt. Morgan will make her second. 10 seconds left. Hannah Wainman to Basil for 2, and it's good. 3 seconds. Lori for the buzzer beater, no good. And that will be the end of your first half. Lady Eagles up 28-12. Some unofficial results for the end of the first half. Emma Morgan for the Lady Eagles with 6, Whitney Williamson with 4, Sarah Brunton with 2, Sasha Robinson with 10, and Carissa Laurie with 6. For the Lady Tiger Cubs, Alex Basil with 4, Hannah Wainman with 2, and Taylor Pruitt with 6. Congratulations to the Greencastle High School boys freshman team for winning the John Couch freshman tournament at Edgewood today. Just a reminder, the boys and girls varsity swimming and diving conference championship is going on at DePaul at the Lilly Center right now. Good luck to all of our Tiger Sharks out there. And if you tune into WGRE 91.5 Greencastle tomorrow to listen to Tiger Cub Takeover, brought to you by the GHS FBI, you will be able to find out exactly how all of our swimmers did in that tournament. Also, our wrestlers are currently at Crawfordsville in the Athenian Invitational. Good luck to them. Wrestlers coming off of a great performance at the Scottsburg Classic Tournament last week. Team going 7-2, with senior Ben Hessler being the team's only individual champion in the 220 weight class division. Going 9-0, Hessler currently undefeated on the season.
And he's looking to remain that way.
Looking to go to state this season. Hessler taking a break last season to play basketball. Decided he wanted to try something different. Didn't like it as much. Came back to wrestling, and now he's undefeated. So obviously the break didn't hurt him hardly at all. So congratulations to him. Also, our boys varsity and JV team will travel to West Vigo tonight to take on the West Vigo Vikings at 6 o'clock.
Kind of coming back to this game, I really do want to emphasize how many travels we have seen in this game. It's been more than I've seen, and I think quite some time, and especially at a girls game.
And especially at the varsity level, JV, you see it a lot. The inexperience is just, it's very noticeable. But in varsity, you don't see it
nearly as much as we have today.
It's been rather ridiculous is what it's been.
It really has.
I mean, for the experience that these players have, and Greencastle is a young team, but a lot of the travels that we've been seeing are on, we've had a few seniors traveling as well as some sophomores, but.
And, Greencastle, we thought really Greencastle was going to walk away with this win, but their defense, they're really laying off. They're not pushing it or playing aggressively, and Brown County really seems to be playing aggressively, wanting to win this.
I definitely think that if I were Coach Key, I would tell my girls maybe to get a little bit more focused on the game and just go out there and play as aggressively as Brown County is. I mean, Brown County finished with 9 fouls, and Greencastle
in the first half of the game.
The first half. And I mean, one girl has 3 fouls already. Had 3 fouls
at the
end of the first quarter. I mean, that's kind of unheard of in high school girls, but she's an aggressive player and a huge asset to the Lady Eagles.
just so you don't forget, Greencastle FBI is going to be auctioning off that chainsaw, that Still MS 250 chainsaw, donated by Humphreys Outdoors. They'll be raffling that off February 17th. If you haven't already picked up your ticket, you need to do so. They are for sale at any home sporting event, and they are $1 a ticket, or 6 for $5, or 12 for 10, however many you want to buy. And that's to support FBI to get us some new equipment so that the shows we bring to you are bigger and better. Also, we'd like to remind you that GHS FEI now has a radio show on WGRE 91.5 FM. That's DePaul's radio station. Every Sunday from 5 to 6, we will be broadcasting live. Something we're super excited about. We'll have segments like Nate in the Evening, with Nathan Eubank and Nate Seacrest. It was Nate Seacrest, sorry. And also the Senior Sit Down, and we're really looking forward to that. Tune in. We'll have all the up-to-date news and sports from Greencastle High School. We're really looking forward to it.
It's a great opportunity from DePaul. Allows us to explore more than just the video streaming aspect of sports broadcasting.
Definitely.
And the experience that we're going to gain and the knowledge that we're going to gain from this talk show it's going to be
something that you really can't match anywhere else.
Yeah, you really can't. So we're very grateful to DePaul
for letting us have this opportunity to kind of bring in our talents and be able to use them.
Yeah, and explore them further and enhance them, which will only benefit those interested in sports broadcasting in the future. Which is what FBI is all about. So
exactly.
3:25 remaining in this half. Reba, now it's a ways away. It's on February 22nd, but are you ready for the FBI Dodgeball Tournament?
I am completely ready for the FBI Dodgeball Tournament.
It should be a good time. We're going to have 8 teams of 10. It's going to be $5 per player. And our referees are going to be Coach Josh Bias, that's our head football coach, as well as my father, Mr. Brian Humphreys, and Brad Seacrest. May get a few more celebrity referees out there.
Wonder if we could get Mr. Hessler to referee.
That would be interesting.
That would be good. That would be a lot of fun.
That would be very interesting. And speaking of Mr. Hessler, I'd just personally like to say thank you so much for everything that he has done this year to help FBI get started and get going and allowing us to broadcast these games. I know there are some schools that don't want to broadcast these games for fear of losing gate sales or for whatever reason. But we really appreciate the cooperation of the GHS Athletic Department and administration for allowing us to do this. And
we're also very thankful to our viewers and listeners who tune in
to
see our Tiger Talk and to see the live games that we broadcast. It means a lot to us that you guys are tuning in to watch and listen.
And I've had several emails and thank yous from viewers, from Florida, Texas, all over the place, just saying thank you.
Canada, we're now international.
Saying thank you so much for doing this and allowing me to see my grandchild, nephew, niece, cousin, son, daughter play whenever I wouldn't have been able to before. And this is exactly why we do this. Aside from, helping students explore their interest in sports broadcasting, we're also here for the parents and the grandparents, relatives, to see their loved ones playing. So thank you so much, GHS administration and athletic departments, for allowing us to do this, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in and watching.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook to see all our past Tiger Talks under GHS FBI. We would love to have you as a fan. .19 seconds left before the second half of this game gets underway.
Like us on Facebook and on YouTube.
Oh, yes. I forgot about YouTube.
Just type in GHS FBI for both. Get the latest updates. Also, see your sports quote of the day.
What is today's sports quote?
Today's sports quote has not been uploaded yet, I don't believe. And we are going to get the second half of this game underway as Whedon gives the ball away to the Tiger Cubs already. Callan Taylor with the ball for Lady Tiger Cubs. Or to Wainman. Back to Basil. Basil driving inside, takes it out to Wainman. Wainman still inside the arc. And they're going to call a foul on number 22, Sasha Robinson. That'll be her third. Excuse me, number 24, Rebecca Whedon. That'll be her fourth. Whedon, very aggressive player. I wouldn't be surprised if she fouled out of this game. Amos to Basil. Wainman for three. That's good. Tiger Cubs scoring the first points of the second half.
Number 24 taking it down the court for Brown County.
Whedon with the ball. That's Robinson.
It's good
for the easy 2.
That makes the score 30-15.
I call double dribble. Coming in, Jesse Covert for Alex Basil coming in.
Surprised we have a foul this early in the second half.
I'm not. It came from Rebecca Whedon, who had 3 in the first quarter alone. So she's a very aggressive player. Amos for 2 for the Tiger Cubs. Her first points of this game. It looks like Tiger Cubs are going to come back. Another double dribble call. It's the second in a row on the Eagles. It looks like Tiger Cubs have found some renewed energy.
Playing a little more aggressively, really trying to bring this back.
Down by 13. Score 17-30. Hannah Wainman. Ball taken away. Recovered. Jesse Covert. Covert. Back to Pruitt. Over to Wainman on the top of the key. Wainman for 3. No good. And no Greencastle players there to get the offensive board. They'll be rebounded by Williamson. They're going to call it out of bounds on the Tiger Cubs. Inbounding Sarah Brunton to Lori. Lori over to Brunton. Back to Whedon. Whedon inside. Tipped away by Pruitt. Pruitt with the recovery. Hannah Wainman bringing the ball down the court for the Lady Tiger Cubs. 5:58 remaining in the third quarter. Hannah Wainman over to Taylor. Taylor trying to drive inside. Gets another travel call.
Travels left and right, both teams.
Basil coming in for Taylor. Brunton inbounding for the Eagles. Inbounds to Whedon. Whedon only needs one more foul to get out of this game. They'll call the foul on Taylor Pruitt.
That's her second of the game.
And this will send Whedon to the line to shoot 2. She will miss her first. Whedon, the 5'8" sophomore guard, at the line for her second. Make her second. Your score now, 31-17. Eagles. Hannah Wainman to Basil. Back to Wainman for 3. No good. Rebounded by Covert. Deflected by Sasha Robinson. It's hard to get around a 6-foot-tall girl.
And she, especially Jessie Covert.
Especially Covert, who's only 5'9". Basil inbounding. Inbounds to Amos. Back to Basil. Basil coming out of that wing. We'll travel over. Ball to Covert for 3, and it's good.
That brings Greencastle's score up to 20. Eagles still at 31. Greencastle seems to be playing a little more aggressively this half of the game.
I love to see it. It's great. Lori trying to drive inside will draw the foul from number 35, Taylor Pruitt. That'll be
her third foul. That's the second foul for Greencastle in this half of the game.
Carissa Lori at the line for the Eagles. Make her first.
Makes her first, bringing the Brown County up to 32. Up for her second.
And makes her
good.
second. Hannah Wainman with the ball to Pruitt. Over to Taylor. And overthrows the ball. That's another problem Greencastle's been having today is passing. I think that they will definitely need to go back and work on some passing skills.
That was high. Pruitt threw that quite high for Callan Taylor, who only stands at 5'6".
Inbounding. Whedon over to Brunton. 4-2.
Brown County up to 35. That 2-point shot.
Basil to Amos. Airballs it. Nobody really going after the ball there. It's going to be out of bounds. On Greencastle. Eagle ball. Robinson inbounding.
Inbounding to Rebecca Whedon. Very aggressive player.
Whedon over to Brunton. Back to Whedon.
Back to Brunton. Back to Whedon.
Over to Lori. Whedon inside. Back out to Brunton. Brunton thinking about taking 3. Instead goes for the field goal.
Another 2-point shot brings the Brown County up to 37.
Timeout Greencastle. 4:01 remaining in the third quarter. Well, tired because I thought the way they came out here, they were shooting well, playing some good defense, and
they've definitely brought it up this second half of the game.
They definitely have.
I was worried about them that first half. They weren't playing aggressively. They looked like they didn't have the energy, and they've somehow pulled it together for the second half.
They're still a ways behind though.
Compared to what the first half of the game looked like.
Yeah,
it's a turnaround, definitely.
Their defense definitely needs to step it up, though. Needs to be a little bit more aggressive and keep those inside shots from happening.
We've had turnover after turnover in this game, and I mean Greencastle still really isn't taking those opportunities.
All right, Tiger Cub ball. Alex Basil inbounding for Ladies Tiger Cubs. Inbounds to Wainman. Wainman driving inside for 2. No good. Nice hustle by Wainman. I'll be knocked out by her, though, so Brown County ball. Whedon for the Eagles. Over to Brunton, inside to Williamson. Ball taken away by Basil. Recovered by Wainman.
Wainman taking it down the court. Over to Taylor.
Taylor
Back to Wainman.
Wainman in the left wing.
Back to Taylor.
Taylor driving inside. Inside
To Beck.
Beck. Lose the ball. Rebounded by Broughton. Excuse me. Leading to Lori for three. No good. Offensive board by Sasha Robinson for two. Robinson, the Eagles, leading scorers so far. And coming back in for the Lady Tiger Cubs,
Pruitt
Taylor
in for
Pruitt.
Taylor.
Whedon for the Eagles, bringing the ball down court. 2:57 remaining in the third quarter. Over to Brunton. Brunton trying to set up the play inside. We'll take it out to Whedon. Over to Brunton in the right wing. Whedon driving inside. I'll take it, throw it back out to Lori. Over to Whedon inside to Robinson for the attempted field goal. No good. And they'll call it out of bounds on Brown County. Tiger Cub ball.
Fouls on Brown County's number 12, Whitney Williamson.
Foul for number 12, her second foul of the game. 2 fouls in the second half for Brown County. How many did they have in the first half of the game?
They had 9.
9.
The team had 9 to Greencastle's 5. So definitely playing a little bit more aggressively. Aaron Beck feeling some pressure as Whitney Williamson strips the ball from her. Whedon to Brunton. Outside to Whedon. Nice try. Attempted steal by Pruitt. Lori recovers to Whedon. Driving inside. Nice pass to Williamson for 2. That was just some good offense by the Eagles. Defensive board by Robinson. Run for 3. No good. Rebounded by Pruitt. 1:39 remaining in the third quarter.
Pruitt to
over
Beck.
Back to Pruitt to Wainman. Over to Amos in the right wing inside to Pruitt for 2. Pruitt will miss the basket, but go to the line for 2. The foul will be on number 33, Carissa Lori. That'll be her second.
Her second of the game.
Her second at the line, Pruitt.
Pruitt at the line for Lady Tiger Cubs. We'll miss her first. Greencastle really needs to get those free throws.
And for the Cubs, 24, Jessie Cobus, number 33, Stolte.
And Pruitt for a second will miss her second. Rebounded by Williamson to Whedon. 1:18 remaining in the third quarter. Hoskins for 3, no good. Rebounded by
Basil.
Basil, quick pass to Covert, the left wing. Covert feeling some pressure. Finally hands it off to Pruitt.
For up.
For 2. Pruitt with the basket and the foul. Fouls on Whitney Williamson. That's her third. Team fourth. Taylor Pruitt at the line for 1 now. Miss her free throw. Taylor Pruitt not shooting so well from the free throw line today. Less than a minute to go. Lori. Ball taken away by Pruitt. Pruitt to Covert. 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pruitt in the left wing, for 2. That's good. Pruitt with the lay-in. 23 seconds. They'll call a timeout. Brown County.
Greencastle has definitely stepped it up this second half, but will it be enough? With Brown County 41, Greencastle 24.
Well, Greencastle offense has definitely stepped it up, but their defense is still struggling to hold those Eagles.
Well, but like we said before, I mean, the Eagles, height-wise,
Height-wise, I
really
think
are
the
outdoing
Tiger Cubs are
Greencastle.
definitely having a hard time battling that. I mean, the Eagles
have
have
3 players over 6
6
foot tall or
foot, yeah.
higher. Or taller, sorry.
and Greencastle has none. So Greencastle has 3 players that are at 5'11", and the only one that starts is Rayleigh Amos. So, I mean, definitely the size advantage is having an issue is a factor in this game. Because the height allows them to get those boards more often, and it's very difficult to overcome that. Hoskins inbounding to Whedon, 21 seconds. Back to Hoskins. I'm going to guess that the Eagles will try to hold on to that ball. And they're going to call it out of bounds by Pruitt. Eagle ball. Hoskins inbounding for the Eagles. 15.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hoskins for 2. Air balls it. Pruitt with the rebound. 9 seconds. Pruitt to Beck for 2. No good. Rebounded by Robinson. And a travel. Brown County fans not very happy with that call.
As you can hear by the crowd's apparent.
Yeah. Basil inbounding. 0.5 seconds. And that's the end of your third quarter. Score 24-41. Brown County Eagles in the lead. Just a reminder, if you plan on coming to the Greencastle South Putnam varsity basketball game next Friday night, please bring some items to send to our troops overseas. The South Putnam Interact Club is accepting donations to create care packages for our troops overseas, so any donations be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're interested in trying out for the spring play
Here at Greencastle High School, the Crucible.
those auditions are Monday and Tuesday. Monday right after school and Tuesday at 7. They're looking for 10 female leads and 11 male leads. The drama is the Crucible.
Set in Salem during the witch trials. It's sure to be a very dramatic show, and we're looking forward to it.
Start of the final quarter. Greencastle ball. Taylor Pruitt for the Lady Tiger Cubs. Over to Beck in the right wing. Back to Basil at top of the key. Quick pass to Wainman. Wainman inside to Pruitt.
Oh.
Nice catch by the referee on that, but
Good job, ref.
be out of bounds on Brown County Tiger Cub ball. Basil. Quick pass into Pruitt. 4-2. Hoskins. Hoskins inside to Robinson for 2.
Wainman taking it back down the court. Over to Pruitt. Over to Beck. Back to Wainman. Wainman loses it. Covert picks it up.
Covert in the left wing.
Covert back to Beck. Back to Wainman. Wainman gives it to Covert.
Covert moves to the right wing outside the Wainman.
Wainman to Beck. Beck to Pruitt. Pruitt going for the shot. It's good. 2 points, Greencastle.
Whedon trying to drive inside. The foul will be on number 3, Alex Basil. It'll be her second. Team third.
Her second of the game, 3 for Greencastle in this half.
6:37 remaining in this game. Tiger Cubs down by 15. Basil to Wainman.
Wainman giving it to Pruitt. Pruitt back to Wainman. Up for the shot. No good.
Aaron Beck with the rebounds. And basket. First points of the game for Aaron Beck.
Greencastle up to 30.
Hoskins to Williamson. Back to Hoskins. Hoskins trying to drive. Looks like she's going to drive inside to Whedon, who will drive inside for 2.
Basket for 24, Rebecca Whedon.
Aaron Beck for the Tiger Cubs.
Over to Taylor. Up for the shot, and it's good. Bringing up another 2 points for Greencastle. But can they catch up with only 5:22 left in the last of the game?
Whedon to Hoskins. Inside to Robinson for 2.
Wainman taking it down the court. Over to Pruitt. Pruitt to Taylor. Taylor back to Pruitt.
Pruitt to Wainman. Wainman trying to drive
Wainman
inside.
trying to go. No.
Tries for the shot. Gets the ball taken away by Morgan. And Robinson for 2. Timeout, Greencastle. Well, it looked like Greencastle was going to post a comeback, but their defense has just been letting
Brown County run them all over the floor.
letting Brown County get those inside shots, while Brown County is doing a great job keeping the Greencastle offense out. And, I mean, whenever you allow a team to get inside and make those easy shots, it's so hard to overcome that.
Especially the free throws we've been missing left and right. Greencastle's been missing left and right today. And like we mentioned before, the travels.
Definitely not the Greencastle team that we're used to seeing play. It's been kind of sloppy play. I mean, they've
been
having
in that first half. They just were
having
not aggressive.
So many turnovers. It's been so hard for this team, and I mean they've been missing shots. They haven't found the basket today, and it's just not a very good day for the Greencastle girls.
Missing shots that they have easily made before, that we've seen them make a million times.
Now, before this game, the JV team did win.
They did win over Brown County. What was the final score of that game?
I can't remember exactly. I want to say 30-27. I know they won by 3.
Yes.
But they definitely won. So
Yeah.
4:31. Another travel call.
Wow.
By freshman Callan Taylor, and again, that's where the experience comes in. I think the inexperience
Definitely
a factor.
We see how young she is, and her inexperience definitely show.
But I mean, overall, she is a great player,
and has, I think, done her best to help the team.
Hoskins for 2. Or 3, rather. Hoskins for 3.
Greencastle down by 20.
Going back to Callan Taylor, to be able to start as a varsity player as a freshman is a great accomplishment. And she's been doing a great job. It's just every once in a while that inexperience definitely shows through. Greencastle now down by 20. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Hoskins to Brunton inside. Rebounded
Amos gives
By
it to
Amos.
Pruitt. Pruitt's off to Basil. Basil back to Pruitt. Pruitt going for the shot. No.
They will call a foul on number 22, Sasha Robinson. That'll be her fourth,
Her third.
or rather her third.
At the line, Taylor Pruitt shoots 2.
Taylor Pruitt at the line for 2.
That's the 5th foul for Brown County in the second half with 9 in the first.
We will miss her first. Again, she's not been doing
She's
very
just
well.
not on her free throws are not on today.
Back in for the Cubs, number 55, Jessica Linehan.
Jessica Linehan coming into the game for the Tiger Cubs, taking out freshman Callan Taylor Linehan, the freshman as well. Pruitt. Missed her second as well. Rebounded by Basil. Trying to put it back up. No good. Rebounded by Alice Merriman. Hoskins gets the ball taken away by Linehan. It'll be recovered by Whedon. And Hoskins missed the field goal. Rebounded by number 30, Dina Dunn. And they'll call it jump ball.
The amount of jump balls in the second half has definitely been lower than in the first, but still.
There've been several, which goes to show that there is the aggression in the Tiger Cubs to go after that ball. But Brunton to Whedon, 3:15 remaining in the game. Tiger Cubs down by 20.
Another jump ball. Amos taking it into Basil. Over to Pruitt. Back to Linehan. Over to Beck. Back up.
3, no good. And they'll call it Brown County ball. And Whedon. Over to Hoskins, back to Whedon at the top of the key. Brunton, 2:42 as Whedon takes it back out to Hoskins. To Whedon. Over to Brunton again. It looks like Brown County's trying to waste as much clock as they can. It's Dina Dunn with the field goal.
We have 2:20 left in this game.
Timeout, Greencastle.
2:14 left in the game. Brown County 54, Greencastle 32. You know, at the beginning of this game, we said we definitely thought it was in Greencastle's favor, and it just looks like Greencastle has not been able to quite pull it together.
And Greencastle, I mean, they did have a game last night, so they could very well be tired, but
There are definitely a lot of factors that could play into it.
there are a lot of factors, and I think that's part of being in high school, being high school athletics, and
Dealing with everything that comes with,
those games back to back, and just fast recovery times is what we need. Covert inbounding for the Lady Tiger Cubs. 2:14 remaining in this game. Alex Basil over to Linehan. Back to Covert in the left wing. To Linehan. Amos at the top of the key. Basil for 3. Airballs it. Nice attempt by Linehan to save that ball. Linehan, a player with a lot of heart, a lot of spirit. It's nice to see, especially how young she is. She's only a freshman, so it's great to see that spirit and that drive there. Whedon with the ball for the Eagles. A nice stop by Amos. Hoskins to Morgan, 1:41. Whedon. And they'll call a foul on Jessica Linehan.
That's her, I believe,
That'll
her
be
first.
her second.
second.
Fouls whistled on Greencastle's number 55, Jessica Linehan. Her second.
That'll be team fourth. Whedon inbounding. Or excuse me, Hoskins inbounding to Whedon. To Morgan. Over to Hoskins inside. To nice pass. It's a very nice pass to Dina Dunn for 2. We've seen some great passing skills by this Eagle offense. And the Tiger Cub has had quite a few not very good passes over
Not
the head.
at all.
Covert airballs it. Your score now is 56-32.
And for Brown County, number 11, Emily Brady.
1:05 remaining in this contest. Hoskins. It'll be white ball, knocked out of bounds by Brown County.
Braden taking it into Basil. I'm sorry, Amos taking it into Basil.
50 seconds.
To Linehan, over to Covert.
To Linehan. Linehan trying to drive inside. 35 seconds.
Linehan to Basil.
Another travel call on the Tiger Cubs.
That'll make it blue ball.
30 seconds to go. $25. Eagles are just going to hold on to this ball, I would imagine.
And really they can. They've got some great passing skills that Greencastle just can't seem to cover.
A nice attempt by Jessica Over to get the ball. Good hustle by Jessica Linehan.
Only 9 seconds left in this game.
So with this loss, Greencastle will move to 11-6 on the season, ending their 6-game winning streak. And Brown County will move to 9-7. The body's on the floor again, another jump ball. Jessica Linehan at the bottom of that pile. Like I said earlier, it's great to see that spirit in there in that fight.
From a freshman especially.
She's going to be an exceptional player for the Tiger Cubs in the next few years.
Basil taking it down the court for a shot. No good.
No good. 0.3 seconds remaining on the clock. The Brown County ball. And they will just inbound, and that will be the end of the game. So your final score, 56-32, Brown County.
Definitely a good game by Brown County. Greencastle just couldn't quite keep up with them. Never really got the passing completely together.
Couldn't seem to find the basket. It's a combination of things today. So hopefully they'll be ready to go next week. Some unofficial results for Brown County. Emma Morgan with 6 rather. Whitney Williamson with 6. Jessica Hoskins with 3. Sarah Brunton with 6. Sasha Robinson with 20. Being your game's leading scorer with 20. Rebecca Weldon with 3. Dina Dunn with 4. And Carissa Laurie with 8. For the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, Alex Basil with 4. Aaron Beck and Callan Taylor had 2 apiece, as well as Rayleigh Amos. Jessie Covert with 3. Hannah Wainman with 5. And Taylor Pruitt for the Tiger Cubs with 14. So
the lead for for Brown County had 20, and our high score for Greencastle Taylor Pruitt only had, you said 14, I
14.
believe.
They definitely shut down our team's key players. Hannah Wainman, I mean, they held her to 5 points, and
in her last game, Hannah Wayman scored 18 points.
Had 15, yeah. So, and they held Taylor Pruitt down pretty well. So I think it's just
combination of several things. Definitely, I think height was an advantage for Brown County. As we had said several times, they had 3 players standing at 6 foot or higher, and Greencastle has no 6 foot tall player. So I think that was definitely a disadvantage for them.
And Greencastle had several turnovers on this game that just should not happen at this level.
Definitely.
But as did Brown County, and but Brown County seemed to capitalize more on our turnovers than what we did on theirs.
And Brown
so.
County fouling left and right, especially in that first half, definitely something to watch from them. Very aggressive players. Greencastle just never quite got that aggression going during this whole game, but it was definitely a good game, I think, to watch. And
it was a good game. So your final score, 56-32. You're watching our Greencastle varsity boys team just shooting around before they head to West Vigo tonight to play the JV and varsity. JV game starts at 6. Good luck to our swimmers at conference. They're currently on conference right now at DePaul. And our wrestlers are in Crawfordsville to find out the results of their matches and the game tonight. Tune in to WGRE
starting this Sunday from 5 to 6
tomorrow.
To hear. Yes, that is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
To hear Greencastle High School FBI do Tiger Cub Takeover as we take over DePaul's radio station to talk about Greencastle sports and news. Definitely do some music and live interviews, and it's definitely something to listen to, and we hope you will tune in. That's 91.5 WGRE Greencastle.
You can also find it on WGRE.org, and they'll stream it live, especially if you have iTunes. It'll stream through iTunes. If not, it'll just stream through the internet. It comes in crystal clear. I've listened to it several times.
Yes.
So tune in and listen, and we'll cover all sorts of other things that happened this week.
Things
from
that
other
you didn't
teams.
even know about.
Woo. And your hosts this week will be Nate Seacrest and Nathan Eubank doing Nate in the evening. And then we'll have the senior sit down with our senior members of FBI. And it should be a good time. Also, don't forget, auditions for the spring play are this Monday at 3:30 and
then Tuesday at 7. The show is The Crucible, a drama about the Salem witch trials, and it's sure to be a really great show. They're looking for 11 males and 10 females for this show, and we're really looking forward to seeing that show, and hope to see you there.
All right, from Greencastle, Indiana, McAnally Center, this has been Olivia Humphreys
and Reva Chappell,
and thank you for tuning in.